Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Football Update. The HD man is here. We are here to update you of the latest news and how the market is going. We have a lot of things to talk about today, but before we dive into the details, please, if you like what we do here, please do consider to subscribe to our channel, like, share, and comment. Now, let's dive into the details. First of all, let's first discuss about Arsenal match yesterday. Arsenal win Diamonds at Grave 3 goals to nothing in the Champions League. That winning is a very good news for Arsenal because that winning gives Arsenal automatically qualified to last 16 in the Champions League. Yes, they have automatically qualified. That means they have now avoided playing extra 2 games in February. They have now automatically qualified unless they are heavily defeated in their last match in Girona, which I don't see happening. So that is a very good news because the match has now automatically qualified them and they are not going to play extra 2 match again. That means Arsenal are now third in the Champions League table. They are second on the Premier League. There are still a lot of things to play. Don't forget they are still in the Carabao Cup. They are 2-0 down. But if Bournemouth can win Newcastle 4 goals to nothing, that means Arsenal can also still go there and win and turn the result around. So they are still on the Carabao Cup. So there's still a lot of things to play for. That is why Arsenal are actively doing everything they could in the transfer market. As I speak to you right now, the owner of the club, Cuna, are currently in London discussing with Arteta and the people involved in transfer dealing to know a way forward for all their forward player targets. Yes, the owner of club is currently in London right now. They are discussing about this target, this player Arsenal wanted to bring in. One of the players Arsenal are seriously doing everything possible to bring in right now is Cuna from Wales. Yes, Arsenal are doing everything possible to bring him in right now. Arsenal have agreed personal terms with Cuna. They have accepted the length of the contract, the wage, the everything. Personal terms is not a problem. He has agreed personal terms with Arsenal. Where the problem is now is Wales is not willing to allow him to go now because they are battling relegation. They are down there on the bottom of the table. He's one of their best players, if not their best player now. So they don't want him to go. That is one of the problems. Another problem is Northern Forest has entered the race and they are preparing to put in a club record bid, which is supposed to be around 65 million pounds. Yes, that is another big problem now. Number one, Wolves is not willing to sell. Number two, Northern Forest are willing to put in a very high bid. Another problem is that Arsenal are willing to pay between 45 to 50 million pounds. And if Wolves are going to allow him go, if Wolves are going to sign him this January, Wolves is not interested in selling him 40 to 50 million pounds. So if Arsenal want to sign him now, they have to prepare and put in a very high bid, around 60 to 65, so that they could be able to get him now. That is one of the problems. But Arsenal are doing everything because the player want to come. He love Arteta, he love the club, he love the project. He has agreed personal terms with Arsenal. So he want to play for Arsenal. Arsenal are doing everything possible to bring him in. Now, the player is not going to sign the contract right now because Arsenal has convinced him not to do so. So let's see how it's going to work out. Now, the owner is in town. So let's see what is going to happen now. Another player that Arsenal are seriously considering right now is Dusan Vlahovic. Just like as I told you, Juventus has just concluded signing Cuna from Paris Saint-Germain. Juventus are willing to let him go. Yes, Juventus are open to let him go. The player also wants to go. But the problem there now is Juventus is not interested on a loan. They are only interested in a permanent deal. Player himself is not interested on a loan. But the problem there is Arsenal only interested on a loan. Arsenal don't want to sign the player permanently. They only want to sign him on a loan. That is one of the problems right now. So let's see how it's going to work. But there is still a chance. There's still a chance there because Dusan Vlahovic is on a very high wage on a Juventus. Based on this PSI rule, Juventus are trying very, very hard how to push out of their wage bill. At the end of this transfer window, if Juventus cannot find a permanent buyer, they will now forced to go on with a loan. Exactly what happened with Napoli and the Osimhen. So if they can't find a permanent transfer, there's going to be a chance for Arsenal to sign him on a loan. So there's still a chance of Arsenal bringing Dusan Vlahovic. So let's watch and see. This is one of the best options Arsenal have. This is one of the gettable options Arsenal have this January. Let's see how this one is going to work out. Another player Arsenal are seriously looking why they are not willing to sign Dusan Vlahovic on a permanent deal is because of Benjamin Sesko. He is their top priority. He is their top target. He is their number one target. Arsenal wanted to sign Benjamin Sesko. Currently, as I'm talking to you now, they are seriously in negotiation with RB Leipzig. They are negotiating with the player. Player has already given them the green light. He has accepted to come to Arsenal to play for Mikel Arteta because he liked the project, he liked everything, he liked the city, he liked everything Arsenal. But the problem remains club. Leipzig are not interested to allow him go now because they are out of Champions League right now. And they are not far off qualifying for next Champions League. So they would like him to stay and help them qualify for the Champions League. Remember, there's no release clause on his current contract, but there is a gentleman agreement between him and the club that will take effect on the summer, not now. So if Arsenal must sign him, that means they must convince the club. It's not an easy deal to do. They must convince the club to allow him go. And again, to put in a very, very high bid that is going to convince the club to allow Benjamin Sesko to go to Arsenal now. But the truth is that Arsenal are seriously in negotiation with the player. Please, I would like to ask you for a favor. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor to subscribe to our channel, share, like, and comment. Another player Arsenal are interesting, are seriously considering right now is Victor Gokresh. Yes, he has a release clause. He has a release clause in his contract, but they are currently topping their Portuguese league, and the club want him to stay and help them win the league. And the player himself might want to win the league with the Sporting and make the move in the summer transfer window. But this is football. This is transfer market. Anything can happen. If Arsenal can go in and convince him and ready to pay the release clause, yes, he might come because Arsenal still have a chance to also win the league. So if he comes to Arsenal, it will be a very good privilege to him to win a Premier League. And Arsenal are still in the Champions League as well. So he still have a chance of winning things in Arsenal. So if Arsenal are ready to go in and put a bid, he will also still come. This is a risk club. Arsenal can dialogue with the club, negotiate with the club to pay a little bit higher the release club, so that the fee will be spread over the years. So let's see what Arsenal are going to do. But the truth is that Arsenal are seriously working on attacking players. There is a lot of things going on behind the scene right now. Why the owner is in town is to discuss and approve all the day that is doable right now. So let's watch and see what Arsenal are going to come up with. The truth is that Arsenal are going to do something, and they are actively doing something. There are a lot of things going on behind the scene right now. So let's watch and see how it's going to bounce out. This is the news today. Please do me a favor by subscribing to our channel and like, share, and comment. This is the news today. Don't forget that we are here every day to update you of any breaking news or any update. So subscribe so you will be the first to notify when we drop our update or our breaking news. So please subscribe and stay safe. Thank you as you are doing so.